Hey everybody, it's the Last Robokai here, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Prey. We actually did everything in deep storage, and then we shut ourselves into space. So now we gotta try and get back inside the station. And joining me on this adventure is, as always, Cool Guy.
Yo, 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 and you left out the part where we also got brained in the face by unsecured cargo.
I'm sure it's fine.
I mean, that was really what left its impression on me last episode, but I don't know, that's just me.
Look, we've walked away from worse concussions, we'll be fine.
Who's this wee white man?
Let's get sucked straight in.
They're free.
No. Nothing that interferes with memory formation.
Uh-huh.
We got hit
Yeah.
really hard in the face.
That totally wasn't like an Alma Wade style flashback. I'm just saying.
I wish there were more games where you could be Alma Wade.
Holy crap. That would probably help me get over my recurring nightmares of her.
Morgan, this is Chief Elazar. The airlocks on Talos are sealed, but there's an opening at the cargo bay you could use.
An opening. It means there's a hull breach.
Mm-hmm.
It is interesting that all of the airlocks seal. Not entirely sure why that would be. Probably Alex. For some
Oh yeah,
unknown
he
reason.
sealed all the doors and airlocks. He basically just like closed the whole station off to everything, and then
Why? That doesn't make any sense.
because he can't cope. He's really bad at coping.
Okay.
This is the one Danielle launched in. It seems like she was a little more prepared for doing this than everybody else, but
I mean,
and she
was-
realized she probably
She definitely figured on a couple of days in space from the looks of things.
Yeah, but at the same time was probably hoping that she could like use that as a base and duck in and out of the station maybe. But unfortunately there is no way to duck into the station.
Yikes.
Yeah. So our journey will be taking us we're going down. We're going towards the bottom of the station.
Yeah, I was gonna say down relative to what? Cause right now you're heading up in my estimation.
Yeah, it might seem like that. But in terms of verticality, the cargo bay is close to life support, which is down at the bottom of the station.
Got it. I'm sure the way the gravity orients itself when you get close to the hull breach will make you truthful there.
Also, you can
We'll
just
back
look at
you
the
up,
way
that's
that TranStar billboard was set up. It was
That's also
It was-
true.
and see, even cargo bay is written that way.
Yup. Okay. Fair enough. You got me.
And here's time for a really super interesting box.
This is Dr. Dayo Igwe. I'm broadcasting to all contacts in proximity. Please, whoever is out there, listen to me. Oxygen is low and I have no spacesuit.
Oh
An
lord.
accident in cargo bay forced me to seal myself inside this container, but I have no way to dock with the station from in here.
Oh man.
Wow, loot
poor
boxes
guy.
sure are crazy. Hey, guess what? We have a lot of ways we can deal with this Igwe situation. So let's have a quick save.
Oh
and-
man.
And the first thing you can do is you can just wait out the 7 minutes and let him die. It doesn't do anything particularly amazing, so I fast-forwarded through it. He doesn't really say anything. But that's okay, because the next thing we can do is fucking hysterical. He just dies.
Womp womp.
It's too late. Everything is done. Oh well.
Jeez, that was very understated.
Mm-hmm.
Like horrifically understated.
Now let's have some fun with it. Excuse me, Mr. Igwe, I'm here to help. I'm here to help. It's me.
Oh,
It's
but-
Morgan. Remember
It's
Morgan, the
okay.
person you stuffed inside of a fishbowl? Yeah. Hi. Hi. Hello.
Hello? Oh, mercy. At last. Is someone out there? Can you hear me? It's Dr. Igwe from the Neuromod Division. Please, I'm trapped. I need assistance. I'm running out of air.
Hi. Hello. It's me.
Womp womp
Hi.
womp. Open the door.
Stop it! This isn't a drum. Technically.
I love Igwe. I love Igwe so much.
Alright, that was charming.
The echo in here is fierce. I can hear you quite well, I assure you.
Just kidding.
I do this so much it breaks.
I have no spacesuit. if there's some way to dock the container with the cargo bay.
Like, it kind of amazes me that you're able to just tunnel through.
It's running short. I need your help. Can you get me back to the cargo bay? Hello? Oh, mercy.
Oh, it's...
Oh no, there is still. I'm trying to get this one dialogue line to proc that I love. Just gonna.
Please, I'm trapped. I need assistance. I'm running out of air.
Yeah, we heard you the first time, my guy. I like the grunting. Just really trying to bust this thing open with her bare hands.
I'm embarrassed to say, I do not know it.
There we go. And then I just break it. I just fucking break it. I don't know. Like the very first time I played it too, so I don't know. I don't know if we just knocked him unconscious or what. I'm sure he's fine.
Clunk. Oh man.
He does eventually start like repeating himself.
Hello?
Yeah, there we go.
Oh, there it is. So you woke him back up after knocking him unconscious.
I really don't know what the hell happened there. I think it's just like, what are you doing? So let's help him out.
Yeah, let's help him out by opening it to hard vacuum when he's told
Hold
us
on a
1,000
second.
times.
Oh, I got his tracking bracelet.
Okay.
Okay. Pretty sure that's not supposed to happen, but I'm like, what?
Helpful?
Now I'm Dr. Igwe.
And
Let's open
nobody
this
can
up.
say otherwise. It's like when I have your social security
Yeah,
card.
it's like, oh my god, Dr. Igwe and Morgan are fused together. Alex is gonna be so confused. Let's open this up.
This kind of reminds me of like the whole Mecha Shiva thing, only it's way more of an abomination.
Wait, what are you doing? Stop! Stop, damn you, stop!
Oops. We've killed Dr. Igwe.
Fucked.
Killing Dr. Igwe is important for listening to an interesting transcribe, though, that you wouldn't hear
Transcribe,
otherwise.
Interesting.
This is Dr. Dio Igwe. My last words. Oxygen is short. I estimate I only have minutes left. I thought I detected someone passing by, but it may have been my hopes running away with me. First, to those of Earth, my theories were correct. Psionics are possible, and the Talos databanks will prove this out. Second, we are not alone in the universe. I've evacuated Talos in light of what appears to be an alien manifestation. They are demonstrating psychic abilities on a scale not even I had imagined. If only... Maya, I wish you could have witnessed this. I met Leitner, you know. His skills, I could have played for you, but taken away, just as you were. And now the others on the station. So many. Such a waste. I assume this sarcophagus will drift at the Lagrange point indefinitely. But I cannot be sure without an exact measurement of Talos' mass. What will Earth be like when the ashes of my re-entry drift down to the surface?
He makes this sound like the resonance cascade of the way that the Typhon ended up in there in the first place.
Okay, so let's actually help him out now.
All right.
It is worth noting this was the thing they were talking about, like trying to get his career back on track, because he's often been professing that humanity could develop psychic powers, and everyone just like treated him like a kook and said he was dumb and insane. And
now he's just like, ha! I was right, nerds.
I was right. He laughs from his box. Yeah, so, like, and in some dialogues, which I don't believe I recorded, just for time's sake, he talks about how, like, even when he was doing, like, seminars at, like, scientific sort of symposiums or whatever, others in his fields that he worked in would actually, like, they would basically, replace the subtitles on his speeches with, like, wingdings and stuff, just mocking him for his ideas. Like, they were really, really nasty about it, and he wasn't taken even remotely seriously. So that's in big part like why he's on
Vindication is a cool natural high.
On the cargo bay, we're safe. For the moment. It will be a trick to get inside. There's not an airlock anymore. That explosion took care of that. Maybe you can do something with the shipping containers.
And yeah, there totally is something we can do with
This
shipping
side
containers.
up. That's a great quest name.
Huh. So now, at least now, you know, we can totally help. We can totally help our buddy.
Yeah, you can dock it back in there, and then tell him to get out, and then you'll just follow him in right afterward. That's a coherent enough plan.
So we'll just throw this on for the moment. More disruptor and Q-beam ammunition from robotic corpses. Always nice.
Your two favorite weapons. So yeah, that seems legit.
For now, we'll better get a much better module soon. Once we deal with the Grant Lockwood bodies floating in space situation. And speaking of which, here's his transcribe.
Hello. What do you have to say, Mr. Lockwood?
Jessica, got a minute?
It's my day off.
Yeah, but can you run me through the container docking procedure again? I missed the training session.
Ugh, Grant.
Please, if I ask Gus again, he'll lose his mind.
Are you at the crate docking control station?
Yes.
First, enter the handling number on the container you want to dock.
Where do I get the number?
Look at the container, Grant. It's stenciled on the outside. Once you enter the number, you should see some options pop up. Select dock. That's it.
The container just docks itself, right?
Yes, Grant. It docks itself. They are all self-piloting.
And I guess opens the container?
Yes. But both ends can never be open at the same time. That way the interior loading zone stays pressurized even when the cargo bay doors are open.
Okay, I think I got it. Thanks, Jess. Jess? Hey, you there? Okay, bye.
So yeah, the reason why Grant Lockwood was removed from working here is because he's an idiot.
He just can't keep anything in his head.
He was legitimately fired because he would not turn up for training sessions, was incompetent, and just generally a danger to everybody on the station because of his stupidity. So naturally, when they told him he was fired and they killed his tracking bracelet, he didn't leave the station the normal way. Okay, so let's get Igwe in. That's gonna bring the crate, and you can see it sort of whoosh by there. There it goes.
With all of the cystoids threatening to blow it to shreds. Can they actually do that?
Nah, it's
Oh,
too
alright.
tough.
I was curious.
I thought that crate would be my coffin. Even the stale air of Talos laced with a faint hint of nicotine and antibacterials.
Everything Dr. Igwe says is so funny.
Incredibly over the top.
Like even when he's like doing his death speech, he's like, but you know, I can't be sure without the exact measurements of Talos space station if I'll be able to, if you know, this thing will sit at the Lagrange point. For those of you who don't know space, that's essentially the point where you will orbit without decay for a very long time.
He might be helpful.
And it's extremely difficult to calculate because yeah, not everything would have the same.
He's always admired
Yeah.
you and Alex
Orbital
right
mechanics
there.
are a colossal pain in the dick.
Someone once asked if it would be possible, like I think this happened to like the Kerbal Space guys, if the Lagrange point, if it was possible to do like the Lagrange point stuff, and they were like, "Oh yeah, sure, no, like fuck, what, how, you know?" Just basically, it's like, dude, that is like way beyond, like that is just way beyond this video game. Just don't. Like,
Usually it's only used in something like the Bobaverse books, where humanity is doing the whole, you know, I'm in space, I'm staying in space sort of thing. Well, not even necessarily humanity, but like the main character's doing the whole, I'm in space, I'm staying in space, I'm not going back to a damn gravity well. So Lagrange points forever.
mm-hmm. Yeah. So that was your space fact for today.
Space is big and cool, only
Yeah.
not like actually cold. It's not like it actually is not. There's just no pressure there, so everything boils off, and it's strange because people associate boiling with heat when it is more directly related to the amount of pressure contained in the substance versus the pressure of the atmosphere around it.
Huh, and there was your boiling facts for today.
And linking this back to other nerdy crap, like I always do, Transformers Prime actually got that correct, because the Cybertronians in there, especially the Autobots, are noted to not be able to tolerate Arctic and Antarctic cold for an extended period of time, but they to the point where it nearly kills Optimus Prime and RC in one particular episode. But they can operate in space absolutely no problem. They just don't give a crap.
We could have opened it from the other thing, but yeah, let's because we like the doors can't normally be open unless we open the container. So
I really appreciated that that the one woman Grant was bothering was just like neither like both of them can't be open at the same time, and it's like, yeah, by the way, when you use the keypad, that's exactly what happens.
yeah.
Oh well. Where's Igwe?
Dr. Yu! Morgan!
Oh, hey.
He's gone on ahead.
Officer Cool. If we can't open the main door, our friends are gonna pour through. Get up to the catwalk. We'll get you inside.
There's a lot of phantoms around here.
Officer Cool.
Oh.
Damn, that is the best name I've heard in a video game for a long time.
Let's slap some mods on today. Let's make ourselves able to like run faster, jump higher.
Ludicrous speed.
We are gonna get some mobility today because I keep talking about how there's this suit mod we're gonna be getting. It's gonna change the game.
I choose to believe that ludicrous speed over there was a Spaceballs reference. Like that is my canon, and nobody can convince me otherwise at this point.
Hey, let's buff up combat focus for a change.
And it amazes me that you were still only at level 1 of that. You get so much mileage out of it.
Yeah. Well, now it actually has a damage buff.
Like you needed one.
Look at that. Now we can do some serious leaping.
Swear to God, that is like some Halo leaping. Like all of a sudden you put on a Spartan uniform.
I'm a lot quicker now. All right, let's give the guys a dose of our upgrade kinetic blast.
I almost feel bad for the chumps. Didn't even need combat focus.
Nope. So everything's busted in here. We need to restore power before we can do anything. Because to get up there, we're gonna need to access some cargo elevators, which means we're gonna have to navigate some fun hazards. We can still put things in though, which is nice. Because frees up some inventory space. Just because you can't activate it doesn't mean you can't stuff things inside. That's a design decision I love. Like I even when that was happening, I'm just like, I'm glad they implemented that.
Because all of a sudden it ends up being really helpful.
I come in now. I've killed everything.
He's yelling at you and you can't hear him.
He's got the key. He could let us in. Fuck you. Fuck you. You're not cool at all, man. You're not cool at all, Officer Cool.
Your name is false advertising, my guy.
Yeah, so we wanna do that. And it's like, oh, the power's offline.
And there's an eternal flame here.
Yeah, a blue one. That's not the worst fire we have going on here.
Oh, hello.
That guy was hiding from before when like I psychic blasted so hard. He was just like, you know what? I don't want a part of this anymore.
I mean, I would have done that. I have been doing that a fair bit when I'm playing other games, notably like Shadow of War. Some orc shows up and does some nonsense and knocks off 3/4 of my health, like you did to that guy. I'm just like, nah, dog, I'm out.
But the increased agility comes in really handy in this area because it's kind of fiddly catwalks all the way up.
Yeah, I mean, I can see this being super useful, like pretty much from the start of the game. Even if it's not strictly speaking required, it just makes it makes moving around so much easier. It's a quality of life thing.
Gotta plug in some gas leaks. There's some freebies down there. We gotta get them.
I keep forgetting you have maneuvering jets on your suit.
Okay, so that's Gus's password. I love this exchange too. It's the Legend of the Raploya.
Hey, this is Gus down in cargo. Hey, listen, Did you order any reployers from Earth?
Order any what?
No.
Reployer. It's a machine.
Machine. What does it do?
Well, I'm not sure. I was hoping that you could tell me.
What, is this some kind of a joke? I'm busy.
You're an industrial designer, right? So I thought you would know.
You obviously don't understand what I do, and I didn't order any deployer.
Reployer.
Ask somebody in engineering.
I did. I've been asking everyone. No one ordered it or knows anything about it.
Weird. Well, perhaps I can come down this evening and take a look at it.
That'd be great. Thanks, Lane.
Yeah.
Sadly, Lane was murdered on the way to discovering the answer to the reployer question.
Honestly, thinking the fact that there were 2 reployers in his password just mean he saw 2 reployers and one of them was a greater mimic. That's how I'm seeing it.
Oh man, mimics all the way up, mimics all the way down.
Everything is a mimic at this point. Okay, so time to get a whole bunch of goodies.
There's still like one other wrench I haven't noticed yet.
Why are you picking up those wrenches anyway? Are you that starved for minerals?
Well, it's good to have them.
Okay.
This section does have a requirement for something, but
fair
crafting stuff. But I circumvent it just by being good at my job.
Awesome.
Yeah. So we got a turret here.
I'll adjust your attitude, man. It'd be so funny if you could stuff that thing into the recycler.
Yeah. Well, we need him. We need him. So we won't be doing anything like
material. Really, you're gonna go through all of the cargo bays now? Okay.
that. Yeah. Well, all the little cargo containers at least, because they're full of interesting stuff. Oops.
You're not actually sorry, and I would be disappointed in you if you were.
I'm just, I'm still used to portal turrets. You can abuse the hell out of those guys, and they're fine with it.
You say that, but they also cry and talk about how you betrayed them and that they don't hate you for it.
Yeah, well, it's like, but you can pick them back up and do it again. That's what's important.
Yeah. It was a conversation I was having with one of my friends today about like the newest like combat drone thingy that DARPA is constantly working to build. And I made the comment, well, at least we know they're not nerdy enough to give it or to give it the portal gun voice. Like I honestly could not get through that with a straight face, because everybody at DARPA is nerdy as hell, and it's great.
They'll probably do it, yeah.
I mean, you have to understand that all of those people are like some of the most secretive.
Sorry, I'm vibrating for some reason.
What?
I don't know.
You
I just vibrate on that
like,
spot.
You just chomped too much cocaine here or something? Is that what those mobility neuromods were? Just like cocaine?
Yeah.
I see that happening.
But yeah, a big requirement for this area is they're going to want you to get some turrets for them. So I'm just getting prepped in advance by essentially acquiring all the turrets without having to spend any resources.
And also making sure that they're not going to shoot you for being too Typhon.
Mm-hmm. Too Typhon for TV.
Typhon for TV.
Also, this box will be extremely important to getting those up there, because there's no other way to get them up without wanting to kill yourself from trying. Believe me, I tried. I wanted to see if you could shot put them up there. You can't.
Either that or just glue gun yourself all the way up, and we've seen how good you are with the glue gun.
Let's never ever try and carry something up while glue gunning. But yeah, look. Well, how we do.
Sure, that's just fine. Yeah, you keep telling yourself that.
I'll come back for these. Don't know why I'm doing this.
Just clicking.
Don't know why I'm doing that.
Housekeeping, basically.
Yeah, so hey, welcome to the survivors of the station.
To you.
Hey, Igwe.
Again, I want to thank you for the timely rescue. I hope you recall me. Dr. Igwe. Dio Igwe. Your brother, Alex, brought me to the station to head up neuromod research. I have one, but no aptitude template. Was saving it, but... well, now might be best. Here, I'm sure you could make better use of it.
That's damn decent of you. It almost makes up for the fact that you were screwing around in our memory.
I myself after the slow roll of the crate. I could feel it, turning, you know? My stomach along with it. Closest I've ever come to vertigo. And claustrophobia. Must be a neuromod that could cure that.
Maybe. We can find someone who's, you know, an astronaut.
Yeah?
Morgan? I don't know what I thought. It's good to see you. Is TranStar mounting a rescue operation?
Remember, it's important to know everybody, as far as they were aware, like, Morgan had left the station. So suddenly Morgan appears again, everyone's like, how?
I had contained the fire, and I was trying to reach the power supply when Officer Rose, came and got me out. I'm glad he did. I didn't know what was going on or anything about those things. Everyone I worked with, they're dead, aren't they?
Yes.
I wonder if one of the creatures caused the explosion in fuel storage. Are they intelligent? Did they plan this? I heard all the escape pods malfunction.
I'm glad you're anticipating all of these.
How is that possible?
That was my shrug.
Honestly, I would not have put it past you to put the old time shrug emoji, complete with like she katakana on there in front of that. Oh God. Another one of those Starbender books.
Yeah, we've read about 5 of them. There is a mythical 6th one somewhere, and you have to read it to get the achievement for having read all of the Starbender things.
I keep forgetting those exist.
Yeah, it's like the achievement says you read them all and enjoyed them, and it's like, well, hold on, how can you know that?
The last one is just them hoping against hope. I'm certain.
Alfred Rose likes to cosplay that he's in the Fallout universe, apparently.
How solid is your source?
Solid. Sweep the area again. Word is the smuggler is moving the contraband out during the next cycle.
Maybe if you got me one of those fancy helmets from Psychotronics, that'll speed things up.
Not funny.
Sorry.
Sweep the area again and out.
A little hint here to let you know, hey, there might be a secret ring-a-ding full of supplies around here somewhere.
Watching those things move makes me sick.
Murder them.
Stayed there, he might have survived longer than anyone.
What is it doing? Oh my God, did it?
I think I'm gonna be sick.
We've just made a new phantom.
Like it pulled it right out of Enoch's corpse.
I probably should mention it. That's actually a power we can acquire.
No, maybe it saved him.
Oh, that is gross.
Could still be Enoch.
Does it look like it? Sam, promise me you'll kill me if I ever end up like that.
Sarah will get us out of this. She got us this far. We're safe in here.
For now, I'm going to check the perimeter.
I'm glad to see that Mr. Rose has made it so far, though. Anybody who makes a fancy helmet like Psychotronics joke, I mean, okay, you're alright by me.
Only way in is through the door to Cargo Bay B, which is filled with those creatures that your brother insisted couldn't escape confinement. Kind of like you. I'm the only one with the code. It's yours if you can help us secure the firepower we should have had when assigned here. The Eradicator turret fabrication plan. My men told me power's been restored to the fabricator. That was you, wasn't it? I was quick to underestimate you, Doctor. That means all we need is the turret fabricator plan. There's one in the safe in the security office, but the hull breach puts it out of my reach. Still, if you have a suit and are up for another walk, we could really use the additional firepower. Look, I don't know what you're planning, Morgan, but just remember, the only thing that matters is how you treat the people that are still alive.
So there's a few ways this can go.
Portal references.
Remember, it's the Eradicator fabrication plan we want.
Yeah.
Plan.
Wow, the fact that she took a shotgun to the face is pretty awesome.
Yeah, so that aggroes everybody, so let's,
Damn!
There's your psychoscope right to the fucking dome.
Maddox, did you lock down that door? It's locked down. Seal tight. Send me the code, then forget you ever knew it. Can't have anyone doing what Teague did. Enough lives have been lost today. You got it, Chief.
We'll learn about what Teague did later.
Good. Stay alert, Maddox.
Clear up backlog deliveries until notified by a supervisor.
I don't think
that was the most ridiculous. Oh, there's Maddox. Later, Maddox.
Come out!
better not be anything.
Man, this is almost pathetically simple after dealing with all of those frickin' phantoms and such. Dude, was she dual wielding pistols? That owns.
Well, not for long.
Yeah. Oof.
And that was for not opening the door. Cool.
Good night, Mr. Cool.
Dr. Yu, it's been 3 days. I'm following up to see.
Was my answer not clear?
Not until you give me an answer that makes sense. You've told me about the organisms. You admit you don't know everything about their physiology. I've read the reports, I've read what they can do. Yet the weapons you've provided us are substandard, especially considering the technology present on the station.
The Typhon is secure. Your job is to keep the employees pointed in the right direction.
Okay, later, man.
You don't need military firepower for that.
We are the best for a reason, Dr. Yu. It would be in your interest to invest a little more in light of the unusual circumstances. If even one of those organisms escapes...
Thank you for your suggestion, Chief Elazar. I'll take it under advisement.
And then promptly forget it.
Me again about this matter.
What was that?
Okay, man. I'm really curious how Ekaterina managed to go unconscious there, and also why that guy was hoarding 2 extra neuromods.
Plus 1 civilian are sealed in the cargo
Oh, madness.
Attempts to reach the escape
What
pods
a jerk. Literally saved your life, man.
Escape pod malfunction, it seems. All of them. Almost 36 lives were lost as we attempted to correct the problem. But we were forced to retreat, only to find the elevators had also been locked down. With no other option available, we secured ourselves in the cargo bay. Officers Teague and Remmer, in order to help the last remaining survivors, attempted to mount a rescue operation. We are surrounded. The creatures on the station, they have escaped confinement. As expected, standard munitions proved ineffective. The creatures began to multiply among the people they killed. We are fortifying our position, looking for anything that could help us defend ourselves. If we do not survive, commendations are in order for Officers Hayashi, Hertz, Haig, Cool, and Rose. And posthumous commendations for Teague and Remmer. Hertz, check the comm. See if you can raise anyone on the station through the announcement system. Then...
Recycler's where you said it would be, Chief. But the Typhon organisms are all over the place. I might be able...
No, the Recycler's part of it. We need more firepower than just our PPNs to cut our way through. We'd need Eradicator turrets, and that's why we need the Recycler and the Fabricator plans.
Huh. Catch-22.
What?
Well, you know, chicken and the egg. Which came first? You can't have one without the other, so...
Austin.
Yes, Chief. Sorry, Chief. Look, it
that
doesn't
really
matter,
was
though.
not what
The power's down in here.
About, but okay.
The Class 4 power circuit, the blast and fuel storage must have damaged the connection.
Hold on. Keep position by the catwalk. Morgan Yu may be joining us shortly. Keep an eye out for her.
Morgan? I thought I felt a chill. Didn't we have an inspection just last week?
Send her to me, and stay alert.
Well, you picked up a lot of them here.
Yeah. And this is what Igwe was carrying if he doesn't have his death note on him, because you rescued him.
Huh.
Yeah.
That was why he was carrying the extra neuromods. He still wanted to make himself as good as Leitner.
All right, and also we can just open the doors and let everybody in.
Die! Yow! Oh shit! Yup! You let a Weaver in here. That's a damn issue for people.
Stupid things decide to come over and bother maybe he's left now. So.
Yeah, no joke.
That's the fear effect from.
Weavers?
No, it's just
also,
one. That
yeah.
one ran off there.
Oh, okay.
Let's just
They're
go
just
up here.
very quick, as usual.
You're the smuggler in cargo bay.
Really, Rose? This is not the time.
Morgan, help! Please,
Ah!
help me! Phantom!
Yeah. So, they aren't kidding. They're really underprepared for that, so...
Eradicator fabrication plan.
Let's try and do this sensibly now.
Plan.
Not the reployer.
Is.
Just bring them both, for goodness sake.
Chief?
Maybe he can be of
Yes?
some help
Is there something wrong?
elsewhere.
I wanted to speak to you about the most recent VIP visit. Leitner, the pianist.
Chief, if there were any problems, I checked the schedule, the roster. I did my best to make sure Igwe
Dr.
wasn't too...
Igwe. Figures
Igwe.
he'd survive.
Excellent job. In fact, Leitner praised you specifically. There'll be a bonus for you in your next pay cycle. Take Nicole out for a nice dinner, all right?
Yes, Chief. Thank you, Chief.
Alright, so now we got Grant's bracelet activated. We can track him. He's not too far out there. So we'll pick him up in a mo. The game probably expected you to get his backpack before the next section, like before this section, because it helps. But hey, whatever, I could jump.
Nothing has ever... Oh god, there's number 5.
I know. I got no idea where all the volumes are. Probably in Alex's room or something
missing
stupid like
4
that.
at least.
Great.
Oh, no, we've read 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I think. 6. So it might be the...
It's
I don't
just
know.
a warm-up for you.
A few eradicators would really boost morale around here.
Really,
Frickin-
really. They actually have different things to say before you go and talk to Sarah as well, which is interesting.
Were you able to get the Eradicator turret plan?
Now everyone just wants to talk about Eradicator
Everybody,
turrets.
everybody just wants that stuff like right now. Yeah, just reployer.
Dr. Igwe is blessed. It was fortunate you came along when you did.
I also kind of appreciate
There must
that
be a way to
the
get
last
some tourists
officer, that
online.
the one, yeah,
Dr.
Haig right here.
were you
He
up in
looks
crew quarters?
unusually like
Have you seen
Michio
any sign of my
Kaku, the
wife?
theoretical physicist.
Last I heard from her, she was on her way there. If you find her, can you help get her here? The thought that she may have become one of those creatures, I'm sorry, Doctor, that was out of line. Forgive me.
Yeah, so... Higgs got a quest for us.
Finding his wife, huh?
What's
That's
left of her?
legit.
Most likely, what's left of her.
Yeah,
I don't
most
actually,
likely
I don't
what's
actually
left of
remember
her
how
is
it
just
goes.
out there.
It's. You know how to get it here.
Frickin', that is still the dumbest password.
Like they need to be able. Like the saddest thing is all these people need to be able to get into these rooms because they've got equipment for them and stuff, and they can't get it open. If they just like looked at the note like half under a freaking phone, they'd have access to at least one turret and a whole lot more gear.
I don't understand.
It's just the same.
Holy crap! It's like Christmas.
I am.
So let's get ourselves some Christmas goodies. Some of the dialogue, it's just like everyone's trying really hard to sort of keep it together, and it's not going so well.
They're also completely not paying attention to what you're doing.
These TranStar PPN-8 pistols are mostly for show. They don't do much against the attackers.
With the Eradicator turrets, we have a chance.
I can't imagine they're going to be that happy about a recycler charge going off 10 feet away from them.
It's fine. Everything's safe. There's no.
They
problem.
don't have too much to say about it. That's a little bit weird. I know I would be I would be very unsettled at that.
Oh, got no room to take that. Oh well.
The dude beam. I imagine that's the sort of military equipment they actually want. All right, it's got no recoil, and I can stand very far away and just hold down the trigger. Yes, please. Let's do that.
Emu everyone all day, every day.
Cargo bay.
See, Ekaterina's not unconscious now. It's like she heard the shooting, was just like, fuck this, I'm going to sleep.
Ring on the station.
Yeah,
Thought
basically.
he was a friend. Guess I wasn't looking closely enough. The way they just consumed Enoch made him one of them. Is that what they want?
Yes.
Alfred's lines are interesting because a lot of what he says, stuff that the the phantoms themselves say like they want to live inside us. They could be anyone.
I had figured for a while that the phantoms basically just have like either a little bit left, or the Typhon organism is attempting to figure out how to mimic things, mimic like human speech. I think I compared it to the Migo from Mountains of Madness, Lovecraft's work, and that is still like the best. What's the word I'm looking for? Simile or metaphor that I can come up with. Also, with the random tentacles and really horrifying and don't want to meet in any alley, no matter how bright. also basically Migo-ish.
Huh. So there's the fabrication plan. So we're gonna.
Oh, that was simple enough.
Well, and Weaver is occupying space now as well. We'll take care of that.
Yeah,
it's trying to poke its way in.
It sounds like a problem that's easily solved. Saying that when just like when we were back in the guts, I was like, that thing frightens the crap out of me.
Yeah, but we are now pretty much at I think it's pretty much maximum Q beam power now, so it ain't gonna be too freaky for us.
You are become death, the destroyer of worlds.
From a very far distance away. So I didn't bother opening this one beforehand. So, fabrication plans, some neuromods. Alright, now we need to go out and we need to find Grant.
Found the Eradicator schematic. If only we'd had those turrets earlier. Keep an eye out for materials to build them. Schematics half the battle. Once they're built, though, I can't wait to see what they do to our new friends.
I mean, I have a general idea. It involves and then I mean, that's basically how I think this is going to go from personal experience, having seen it happen in the lobby.
Yeah, I can't imagine it would go any different. Go and zoom.
Boy, this guy is out there.
Yeah. Grant went, fuck these guys. Think they can fire me? I'm flying into space. I'm going home my own way.
Are you kidding me?
Well, can you explain why he's out here in any other way?
No.
Remember, he is an idiot. And see, we're actually this far out now. We will get cooked if we stay here. So we need to get...
I imagine that's how he died.
Yeah. So we need to get the hell back.
Employee. I swear to God.
So we'll
adds a jet boost. Oh, neat. So that gives you like a double jump or something?
Yes. That's precisely it's precisely what it does.
Everything about that is good, and not a single thing is bad.
So now we are at maximum leapy jumpy. Now it's pretty fun.
Man, I can't wait to see that in action. Like, because even with just the neuromods that you've gotten this episode, it's just you're bouncing around like a flea on a hot brick. Now you're just going to be ricocheting around like you're a pinball.
Yeah, there won't be too many places we can't reach now, either by glue or just by plain leaping. It's gonna make it a lot easier to like get up walls and stuff too. I think that's partially my decision was like, I'm kind of tired of like trying to climb stuff and just not having enough height. So let's become the master of yumps.
Particularly after deep storage, where you're just like, hey, I want to get up there and fix those things, and you're just like, oh god, how do I balance what is gravity? Help!
My legs. All right, so let's fire it up.
Oh, that is nice.
Mm-hmm.
That is nice. It all just has like this really cool glide to it too. Big fan.
Yeah.
Still got another wrench in there, homie.
Yeah. Oh, I think I'll notice it now.
Oh, there you.
No.
How can you not notice that? You've got to see it.
Give it a moment.
You've got to see it. Okay, great.
I was deciding, do I want to waste any more of those suit repair kits? And I was like, I probably don't need any more materials at this point.
Yeah, this kind of came up with a few people I was talking to, and I was just like, I would probably just say to myself, I need this many, and I would probably settle on like 20, and then after that, we're done.
I was the first time I played the game, I was just in a perpetual drought of them because I was always carelessly destroying my stuff. So it's like, you know, we're actually at the point where we'll be running out of other stuff before we run out of minerals.
Particularly with these neuromods, I imagine you're running out of exotic materials first.
Yeah, we need to find and kill more Typhon. Hopefully I know just where we can get some more.
Fortunately, there is a rich source of them nearby.
Mm-hmm. Thinking, what else will I get?
Okay, yeah. Sneak attack. See, that's another neuromod that I would have dismissed out of hand at the start of this game.
Yeah.
And now I'm just like, no, it's actually pretty feasible to just sort of Batman around and demolish some nerd.
You see, I'm a lot more mobile now.
Yeah.
That's why I say I think I think the jetpack was something you probably was supposed to have gotten earlier. I'm just like, whee!
Yeah, seriously, that it kind of looks like to me, like this sort of reminds me of like about a month after I started working out and my my like core got a lot stronger, and all of a sudden like I went to sit up from when I was laying down reading a book, and I didn't have to like pump my leg to give me momentum or do this weird crunch. I just sat up and it was effortless, and it was like, huh, was it always that easy? If I wasn't completely out of shape? That's basically the experience I'm reliving now.
So there we go. We've got all our turrets set up. Everyone starts coming down, and I've got them all fortified. I've got them hacked so they won't shoot me.
Wait until our friends get a taste of these. Here's the code for Cargo Bay B.
Yeah. And it's time to show this Typhon just what exactly we can do. Let me track all of them if I can. Nope.
Show them what you got. They want to see what you got.
Here we go.
Oh God! Don't!
It's all right. It's all right.
Stay alert. Might be more.
That's it.
Kept coming. Was worried we'd run out of bullets.
Darcy activated the Weaver shield for your effect, so she kind of like ran right out in front of me there. But
seriously, her brain was right in front of the muzzle of your weapon.
The last of the enemy. If more come, we will be ready.
You tell him 2-pistol to Miko.
We're secure here. We can hold out indefinitely.
Thank you.
If you send other survivors here, I will protect them.
Okay, well, I think you're all right now, Sarah.
Not much choice.
Still won't give us the key to make it easy to get in and out of the cargo bay. Thanks a lot, you dick.
Organic matter. He's clean.
Oh.
All
this free material that we can just hoover up and like eventually turn into space drugs. It's great.
Just more needles to jab ourselves in the eye with.
Yeah, and taking care of that is a reward unto itself because this section of the cargo bay is chock full of goodies. And so that's what the rest of this episode is going to be, us cleaning house for junk and other fun stuff to
I don't blame you.
to turn into more space drugs.
This sort of thing is always like, I always interpret it as the sort of cooldown or reward cycle from doing a good job in a combat, because you're just like, okay, now I can relax a moment and just basically count my money. It's not money in the traditional sense, sure, but it's money in game, and also that was a pretty sweet little setup.
Oh yeah, someone's always got a way to waste time when they're not on the job.
Dude, they're playing chess in their own
bourbon.
little hidey hole with
classy
a nice
as hell.
Bottle of bourbon. Like, for real, that owns.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna knock that.
Dude, yeah, I would definitely do that if I was stuck on this station. Just be like, okay, Just gonna have my little retreat where I have my pinky out while I'm rolling around my snifter of bourbon. I was about to say brandy, and that just didn't work.
You don't strike me as a brandy kind of guy.
I've tried it before, and you know it's fun. It's fine when paired with certain foods, but yeah, it's not really my jam to just drink all by itself. Bourbon, however, I've had a number of nice evenings with a decent book and a better glass of bourbon.
Not much else to say outside of bourbon chat at this point. We're just hoovering up
I've got more for bourbon chat. I can talk about alcohol for not just the rest of this episode, but all of the next of it. I just presume.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. I have had enough of these goddamn boxes. Fuck. Fuck you! Oops. He was dead already. He was dead already. You can't hold that one against me. He was dead already.
Yeah, I'm going to hold his suddenly open casket funeral on you. Open the next one, and I was hoping there would be more junk in there that you would have to shift
boxes
out of the way.
It's like an endless sea of bucks.
I mean,
These
this
metal
basically
boxes
is the
driving me
catharsis
crazy.
episode for you, though. Like all of a sudden, you get all of the basic quality of life tools that you've been putting off for functionality tools or whatever.
Doesn't stop me from completely baffling my way around. That's cool.
I mean, you're still stumbles the assassin from Dishonored 1 at some level or another. So let's not expect grace, but we will expect you having a much easier time with things. Freaking shit. Like, I think one of the things that messes with me most is that.
Sorry, Christopher. I'm really sorry. It's my first day.
Wow. Oh, it's the fact that was unintentional. It was the first thing you moved. You had one job. You wasted no time in screwing this up. Oh man, absolutely brilliant. I wouldn't
It's
have
all right.
it
The
any
station,
other way.
the station exploding will cover all trace of my goofery.
Not even one cell can remain, so I mean, definitely won't matter. It's a little bit like all of those people who played the first Halo game, and they made, like, me and my buddies, like my friends at the time, had made this huge point out of making sure all of the Marines that you get stationed with don't die against the Covenant or whatever. So we played like super aggressively and all like that, and then there's the end where everything blows up and everybody just dies anyway. We were just like, what?
Video games do that so often. It's just like, I can't believe you guys have done this.
You blew it all up. God damn you all to hell.
So that was Cargo Bay, and we're going into an entirely new area next. We're going into the life support systems. That's pretty much the only part of the station we haven't explored yet. It's where they keep the power, the water, the oxygen, and some of the food production.
So what I'm hearing is that
also waste treatment and things like that as well. It's pretty much everything that they need to keep this place running, and we're gonna goof around in there, which is probably
I get the feeling that there's going to be some opportunity for you to blow everything up.
No, but I can put something in the water.
Oh, good. I'm looking forward to that. That's totally not going to give me nightmares.
Oh, it's fantastic, and that's for next time. Until then, I've been the Last Robo Guy.
And I've been Cool Guy.
We'll see y'all next time in Life Support.